Welcome back to Coin Tool. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting and taking a closer look at the 1981 Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might have one of these coins sitting in your pocket right now without even realizing that it could be worth way more than just 1 cent. From rare errors to mint condition pieces that fetch high prices at auctions, we will cover everything you need to know. So stick around until the end, because you do not want to miss out on this valuable information. History of the 1981 Lincoln penny. The 1981 Lincoln cent holds a special place in American coinage history. It was one of the last years that pennies were made primarily of copper before the composition changed in 1982 to a copper-plated zinc structure. This change was due to rising copper prices, which made it more expensive to produce pennies. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1981 penny still features the same classic design, with Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which had been introduced in 1959. Mint marks and variations. There were three main types of 1981 pennies based on where they were minted. Philadelphia Mint. These coins have no mint marked in mint, marked with a small letter D under the date. San Francisco Mint. Proof coins marked with an S. The proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are of higher quality and were specially struck for collectors. Rare errors that make some 1981 pennies valuable. Some 1981 Lincoln pennies have rare errors that make them highly sought after by collectors. Here are some of the most valuable errors to look for. Double die obverse. Some pennies have noticeable doubling on Lincoln's face or the lettering, which can significantly increase their value. Off-center strike. Coins that were not properly aligned during striking can sell for high prices depending on how off-center they are. Broad-struck coins. These are coins struck without the collar, causing them to appear wider and flatter than normal. Clipped planchet. A small missing section from the coin due to a mistake during the cutting process can also add value. If you come across any of these errors, it is always a good idea to get them professionally graded. How much is a 1981 Lincoln penny worth today? Now for the exciting part. How much money can a 1981 penny be worth? Circulated pennies. If your 1981 penny has been in general circulation, it is usually worth around face value or slightly above that. Uncirculated condition. A coin in mint state with nowhere can be worth anywhere from 50 cents to a few dollars. Proof coins. A proof penny from the San Francisco Mint can sell for around $2 to $5 or more depending on its condition. Error coins. A rare error coin can range anywhere from $10 to several $100 depending on its uniqueness and demand. In 2022, a high-grade 1981 D penny sold for over $5,000 at auction because it was in near-perfect condition. The key to unlocking the real value of your coin is getting it graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. How to check if your penny is valuable. If you have a 1981 penny and want to check its value, follow these simple steps. Check the mint mark. Look for the letter D or S under the date. If there is no mint mark, it is from Philadelphia. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin for any doubling, missing details, or off-center strikes. Check the condition. The less wear and tear, the more valuable it could be. Compare prices. Use online coin marketplaces or auction sites to see how similar pennies are selling. Get it graded. If you think you have a rare or high-quality coin, send it to a grading service to get an official certification. Final thoughts. The 1981 Lincoln penny may seem like just another common coin, but certain variations and high-grade examples can be worth a lot more than 1 cent. Whether you are a casual collector or a serious numismatist, keeping an eye out for valuable pennies can be a rewarding hobby. Who knows, you might even have a rare gem hiding in your spare change. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins. Leave a comment below if you have a 1981 penny and let us know what condition it is in. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving deep into the 1981 Lincoln penny. It might look like just another penny, but did you know some versions of this coin can be worth a lot of money? In this video, we're going to explore the history of the 1981 Lincoln penny, how it was made, the different varieties, and how much it could be worth today. So, if you love coin collecting or just want to know if you have a hidden treasure in your pocket, stay tuned until the end. History of the 1981 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became an instant classic. The obverse, or front, features Lincoln's profile, while the reverse, or back, originally displayed two wheat stalks. In 1959, for the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the wheat design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo. This design remained in use until 2008, making the 1981 penny one of the last ones to feature the Lincoln Memorial before the series changed to the current shield design, metal composition and mint marks. The 1981 penny was one of the final years to be made primarily from copper. It consists of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a lighter zinc composition with only a thin copper coating. This means that 1981 was the last full year of the traditional copper Lincoln penny. This coin was produced in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver, D Mint Mark, San Francisco, S Mint Mark, proof coins only, rare and valuable 1981 pennies. Not all 1981 pennies are worth a fortune, but there are a few key variations that collectors seek out. Here are some of the rare and most valuable versions you should look for. 1981's Type 2 proof penny. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors. In 1981, there were 2 types of proof pennies, known as Type 1 and Type 2. The difference is in the mint mark. Type 1 has a blurry or filled S, while Type 2 has a clearer, sharper S. The Type 2 1981's proof penny is much rarer and can be worth hundreds of dollars in high grades. Mint State Red coins. Pennies come in different color grades: brown, red-brown, and red. A full red uncirculated 1981 penny is worth significantly more than a brown or worn one. A red 1981D or 1981 no mint mark penny in MS67 or higher could sell for $200 to $500 or more. Error coins. Errors always make coins more valuable. Some of the most desirable 1981 penny errors include double die obverse, DDO, a coin with a doubled appearance on Lincoln's face, lettering, or date. Some examples have sold for over $1,000. Off-center strikes. If part of the design is missing due to misalignment, the value can range from $50 to $500 depending on how dramatic the error is. Clipped planchet. When part of the coin is cut off during minting, these can sell for $20 to $150, depending on the size of the clip. Current market value. Now, let's talk about what these pennies are worth today in the collector's market. A regular 1981 penny in circulated condition is only worth face value. Just 1 cent. A mint state, uncirculated, red 1981 penny can fetch $5 to $50 depending on grade. A graded MS67 or higher 1981D penny can sell for $200 or more. The rare 1981's Type 2 proof penny can be worth $500 to $1,000 or more in top condition. If you have a 1981 penny, check its condition and mint mark. If it's a proof coin with a sharp S or an error coin, it could be worth some serious money. Conclusion. So, there you have it. The 1981 Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin, but some rare variations can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you have an old jar of pennies lying around, now is the time to check. Who knows? You might just find a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another coin collecting tip. Also, let me know in the comments. Do you have a 1981 penny? Have you ever found a valuable coin in your pocket change? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have you ever wondered if that small penny sitting in your pocket could be worth a fortune? What if I told you that a 1982 Lincoln penny might just be one of those hidden treasures? Welcome to our channel, where today we uncover the fascinating history, varieties, and values of the 1982 1-cent coin. Make sure to watch till the end because some of these pennies can be worth thousands of dollars. The 1982 Lincoln penny holds a special place in numismatic history. It was a year of transition, marking a significant change in the composition of the U.S. 1-cent coin. Before 1982, pennies were primarily made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, giving them a distinctive weight of 3.11 grams. However, due to the rising cost of copper, the U.S. Mint decided to switch to a new composition, 97.5% zinc with just 2.5% copper plating. This new version weighed only 2.5 grams, making it noticeably lighter than its predecessor. This change did not happen overnight. Throughout 1982, the Mint produced both copper and zinc pennies, resulting in several varieties that collectors eagerly seek today. There are a total of 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln penny, making it an exciting coin to collect. Here's a breakdown of what you should look for. 1982 large date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date copper, 1982 small date zinc, 1982D large date copper, 1982D large date zinc, 1982D small date zinc. You might be wondering, how do I tell the difference between copper and zinc pennies? The easiest way is to weigh them. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. But here's where it gets really exciting. One of these pennies could be worth a lot of money. The most valuable 1982 Lincoln penny is the 1982D small date copper variety. This coin was not supposed to exist, yet a few have been discovered, making it a true numismatic treasure. If you find one, it could be worth thousands of dollars. In 2016, a 1982D small date copper penny was sold for over $18,000 at auction. This means checking your old pennies could lead to a life-changing discovery. Another key variety to look for is the 1982 small date copper, Philadelphia Mint. While not as rare as the Denver Mint version, high-grade specimens can still fetch hundreds of dollars. So, how much are these coins worth today? Let's take a look at the estimated values based on condition. 1982 large date copper, typically worth face value, but in mint condition, up to $51,982. Large date zinc, common, worth face value, but high-grade versions may reach $101,982. Small date copper can be worth $10 to $50 in uncirculated condition. 1982 small date zinc, common, but high-grade examples can sell for $20 or more. 1982D large date copper, typically 1 cent, but uncirculated coins go for $3 to $101,982. large date zinc, not very valuable, but still collectible. 1982D small date zinc, rare and worth up to $500 in high grades. 1982D small date copper, extremely rare. If authenticated, could sell for $10,000 or more. If you have a 1982 penny, the best thing to do is weigh it and compare the date size to official references. To determine if you own a rare 1982 penny, follow these simple steps. Look at the date carefully. Small date and large date varieties have subtle differences, especially in the number. 2. In 1982. Weigh the coin. Use a precision scale to check if it is 3.11 grams copper or 2.5 grams zinc. Check for a mint mark. Coins with a D were minted in Denver, while those without a letter were minted in Philadelphia. Inspect the coin's condition. Coins in better condition sell for higher prices. If you suspect you have a rare 1982 penny, consider getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. A certified coin will have more value in the collector's market. If you find a valuable 1982 penny, here are the best places to sell it. eBay, a great platform for selling collectible coins to a wide audience. Coin shows. Dealers at coin shows are always looking for rare finds. Auction houses. High-end rare pennies should be sold at heritage auctions or Stack's Bowers. Coin shops. Many local coin shops will buy 1982 pennies if they are in high demand. So, there you have it. The 1982 Lincoln penny is more than just pocket change. It could be a valuable collectible. If you have any 1982 pennies, take a closer look. Who knows? You might be holding on to a small fortune. Did you enjoy this video? If so, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting secrets. Leave a comment below if you have any old pennies you'd like us to check out. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Welcome to our video on the 2010 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you have this coin in your pocket or coin collection, you may be sitting on something worth more than just a penny. Stay tuned as we dive into its history, significance, errors, and current market value to determine if you own a rare and valuable piece of numismatic history. The 2010 Lincoln penny is part of the Shield Cent series, which replaced the previous Lincoln Bicentennial series in 2010. This coin features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, just as it has since 1909, when the first Lincoln cent was introduced. However, on the reverse, you will notice a brand new design introduced that year. The Union Shield with 13 stripes and a horizontal bar at the top, symbolizing unity. The reverse was designed by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Minna. This design replaced the Lincoln Memorial reverse, which had been used since 1959. The 2010 Lincoln penny was struck at multiple U.S. Mint locations, including Philadelphia and Denver for circulation, and San Francisco for proof coins. The coins bear a mint mark to indicate their origin, D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, though Philadelphia minted cents do not have a mint mark, and S for proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint. In terms of composition, the 2010 penny is made primarily of copper-plated zinc, consisting of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This composition has been standard since 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched from the previous 95% copper cents due to rising metal costs. Now, let's talk about its value, and what makes certain 2010 pennies worth more than face value. While most circulated 2010 pennies are worth just 1 cent, collectors seek uncirculated and error coins that can fetch significantly higher prices. Error coins can greatly increase a penny's value. Some notable errors to look for in 2010 Lincoln pennies include double die errors. These occur when the die strikes the coin more than once in a misaligned manner, creating a doubling effect on inscriptions or design elements. Off-center strikes. If the coin's design is noticeably off-center, it can command a premium among collectors. Die cracks or cuds. These appear as raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin due to imperfections in the die during striking. Missing clad layer. If the copper plating is missing or partially missing, exposing the zinc core, it can be a rare find. Struck on the wrong planchet. Occasionally, pennies can be mistakenly struck on planchets meant for other coins, creating unique errors. The value of these error coins varies depending on the rarity and severity of the mistake. Common errors might sell for a few dollars, while rarer and more dramatic errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. For standard 2010 Lincoln pennies in uncirculated condition, prices can range from a few cents to around $1. However, proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint and graded highly by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can be worth $5 to $20 or more. A significant factor in value determination is the coin's grade. Grading ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins with a grade of MS65 or higher can fetch significantly more than lower grade counterparts. Proof coins, especially those with deep cameo contrast, also tend to be more valuable. So how can you check if your 2010 penny is valuable? First, inspect it under good lighting and look for any visible errors. If you suspect it might have an error or is in exceptional condition, consider having it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Additionally, search online auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Stack's Bowers to see recent sales of similar coins. As of now, the general market value for standard 2010 pennies remains at face value in circulated condition. However, uncirculated rolls, error coins, and high-grade specimens can command much higher prices. The demand for these coins fluctuates, and as collectors continue to seek rare varieties, the value of certain 2010 pennies may increase over time. In summary, while most 2010 Lincoln pennies are still worth only 1 cent, certain varieties with errors, high grades, or proof finishes can be worth significant amounts. If you find a 2010 penny in exceptional condition or spot an unusual feature, it may be worth further examination. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found the information helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Happy collecting, and good luck searching for those hidden treasures. Where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change today, we are talking about the 2014 Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, and why it might be worth more than just a single cent. So stick around as we dive into the history, key details, rare errors, and current market values of this modern yet surprisingly valuable coin. Now, first, let's talk about the history. As most of you know, the Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Originally featuring the famous wheat penny reverse, the design was later changed in 1959 to showcase the Lincoln Memorial, and then once again redesigned in 2010 with the Union Shield, which remains the design used today. And in 2014, the United States Mint continued striking the Union Shield penny with a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, with a total mintage of over 8 billion pennies produced across the Philadelphia and Denver mints, making it a very common coin for everyday transactions. But don't be fooled, because even common coins can have rare and valuable variations that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Now let's talk about the key factors that determine the value of a 2014 Lincoln penny. First is the mint mark and condition. For example, the 2014 pennies struck at the Philadelphia Mint do not have a mint mark, while the ones from Denver carry a small d below the date, and while most circulated pennies are only worth face value. Uncirculated or high-grade examples with no scratches or where can be worth a few dollars each. However, the real money is in rare errors and varieties. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die obverse, which occurs when the design is accidentally struck twice, slightly misaligned, creating a noticeable doubling effect in Lincoln's portrait or inscriptions. Another valuable error to watch for is the off-center strike, where part of the coin's design is missing due to misalignment during minting, with extreme examples being worth hundreds of dollars. Then, there are die cracks and cut errors, which happen when the minting dies start to break, causing raised bumps or lines on the coin surface, making them highly desirable to collectors. Now let's talk about the highest recorded sales for a 2014 penny. As of recent years, some of the finest examples in mint state 68 and above have sold for over $100 at auction, but error coins, especially those with dramatic doubling or off-center strikes, have gone for even more, with certain rare varieties reaching upwards of $500 to $1,000 depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. Now, in terms of current market value, if you have a 2014 penny in average condition, it's likely worth just 1 cent. However, if you find an uncirculated example or a penny with an error, checking online auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions can give you an idea of what collectors are willing to pay, and as of today, high-grade certified examples from PCGS or NGC are still selling for strong prices, especially for coins graded MS67 or higher. So, if you come across a 2014 Lincoln penny in your change, make sure to check for mint marks, high grades, and rare errors, because you might just have a hidden treasure worth much more than a penny. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin videos, and let us know in the comments if you found any rare 2014 pennies.